Sexually transmitted infections, commonly known as STIs, affects millions of people every year, irrespective of their age, gender, or their social status. But one very common STI in Africa is actually gonorrhea, and it affects 16 million people annually.
Because of what I'm going through, I was feeling some kind of shame around me.
So across the continent of Africa, we have different names for vehicles like this. In Ghana, it's called a trotro or a troski. And today is going to be our safe space where we're going to dismantle the shame and stigma surrounding people living with STIs. What year did you find out that you had a sexually transmitted infection?
Somewhere late 2019.
What are the symptoms?
My penis was itching me. So I went to one nurse who is my neighbor and I complained to her and she started to give me medical treatment. Yeah.
Did you try to trace back how you got that infection, where you got it from at any point?
Yeah, there was one girl I knew that I used to vibe with. Yeah. And later on, I discovered that I got it from her.
Did you reach out to the other person?
I reached out to her, but she didn't mind me.
How did it affect you, both socially, professionally?
Those around me, my circles, they knew about me. So when I told them what I'm going through, some was making fun of it. Oh, that's the basis. If you start dating and those kind of, gonorrhea is going to be the basis. So they used to joke with me.
Were you the only one in your circle that's ever had gonorrhea?
No.
So it was quite common.
After sharing my story, I think two or three friends of mine told me they have had it before. So this one is something normal.
Many people think that as soon as they contract an STI, they start to develop symptoms immediately. This may not be the case, simply because gonorrhea, for example, takes as much as 14 days for you to see your first symptoms. It could be painful urination, it could be pus or discharge from the penis. From women, the same thing, but many times, even bleeding in between periods. Whenever you see any of the symptoms, please talk to your doctor. So we have some very interesting comments from our DW África community. And the first one is from Nonkosa Pekani. And she's saying, in South Africa, we have sex education in schools and community clinics. The problem is the people who are supposed to teach it don't, because they see it as a sin or a taboo. So it leaves the parents to do the educating. And it seems like this particular problem is widespread across Africa, and it requires advocacy on this. Some people were supposed to provide the services, including education and sexually transmitted, even protection services, do not do it to their full ability simply because of their own personal beliefs. Since you opened up to your friends about it, did you notice any stigma, self-esteem? Did anybody make you feel less of a person in any way?
No one did but myself. When my friends told me to seek medical advice, I was feeling ashamed. But this nurse was a neighbor and we used to chat with her, so I wasn't feeling all that shy. But if not for that nurse, I'm sure I wouldn't have gone to the hospital to say no.
Wow. So
because I was feeling ashamed.
The lucky thing was that the nurse was your neighbor, so it was easy to talk to her.
Yeah. When I went to the hospital to see the nurse, I was on medications and I took my full dose of the medications and I completed everything.
Many people believe that you can treat STIs with home remedies or even traditional methods. I would like to strongly disagree, simply because improper treatment of STIs could actually lead to some life-changing complications, some of which may even be infertility in the long run. Other people may develop secondary or tertiary infections that go to infect other organs in their bodies. Some people also wrongly believe that taking antibiotics just before sex can help prevent STIs. Please, this is not true. Using antibiotics is not a proven way to prevent STIs. What lessons have you learned from all of this?
I've learned how to prevent myself of getting sexually transmitted infections or diseases.
Thank you so much, Michael, for sharing your story with us. I'm sure because of this video, somebody out there will be bold enough to now talk about the experience and hopefully get help from it. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for sticking with us till the very end. If you have any experience that we could learn from, please put them in the comment section. We'll be looking out for them.